Young Logan popped out the blue. Die young, a key piece to shoot. We all knew these 16's the truth.
What's up, guys? It's VibeVilla. I'm DeRay.
I'm Prince.
Black Thought, Streams of Thought, Volume 3, Cain and Abel. This is a recap video. If you're familiar with these kind of videos that we do, we go through a bunch of categories: favorite verses, favorite instrumental, best bars, all that. He has so many layered bars that you can't really just get to in the first reaction. We felt like to do this album proper justice, we had to do like a recap style video for it. We did do a first reaction for it. That video is up on Patreon. You can check it out there. The extended version of this video can also be found on Patreon. It's patreon.com/VibeVilla. Plus, we got bonus content up there that you cannot find on YouTube, so check us out over there.
This is definitely needed, as you said, needed for this album. There's too much to take in. Second of all, I just want to thank this guy for this album, because I feel like I'm more intelligent than I was prior to listening to this thing. I know words that I didn't know before. I had to brush up on my science because he mentioned neutron and protons in one of them songs.
So we about to get started. So the first category, favorite instrumental. What you got, bro? I feel like you're gonna have the same one as me.
My favorite instrumental was Good Morning.
Oh nah, we good then.
Good Morning. Beats fire. Beats fire, and the way they just float on that beat,
yeah,
it's just ridiculous, bro.
It is.
Good morning.
I actually thought Swiss Beats made this.
Nah.
But then I was checking.
Whole thing produced by Sean. My favorite instrumental on this project is Stake 'Em with Schoolboy. Bro, this shit is so hard to me. This shit hard,
bro. Shit. Yeah. Give my regards to Paris. I make them go bananas for the noble savage. Stake them, let them have it. Allow me to establish the tone from a holding pattern above Saturn. Listen,
bro.
Bass, bro.
They play with it too. Sometimes, it's tough. All these beats, I wouldn't have been mad at anyone that was chosen. Honestly, they're all fire to me. The production on this project goes crazy. Next category is best hook. To me, the best hook on the project was from Fuel.
Same thing.
It's just the one that I enjoyed more. I was vibing with the most.
To be honest, there wasn't
too many hooks on here.
Yeah.
There's a few tracks where he was just
no hooks,
straight rapping. Yeah. I gotta play it back from a little bit before, how the verse flows into it, and after the hook is done, how the verse like starts out of it as well, because it complements the verse and the atmosphere of the track so well.
I've always loved you, although that was rarely said aloud. So take forever, I guess better late than never proud. Listen.
Yo, this project is so good. This shit is so fire. But yeah, nah, that's my favorite hook on the joint.
What helped me choose this hook as well, the beat kind of give me that reggae vibes.
Favorite category. What we got next?
Best bars.
Best bars.
Best bars.
What are some of your favorite bars from the project?
My first one was from Good Morning, Pusha T. The first 4 bars stuck out to me.
I got 4 million in homes, 3 hours apart. Drug dealer taste, I think I glow in the dark. I only do features to keep hitting my mark and show you motherfuckers you ain't good as you thought. Let's go.
I got 4 million in homes, 3 hours apart. Drug dealer taste, I think I glow in the dark. Right there, you think of drug dealers. There's someone that's, you know, not really well known to a lot of people. So they're kind of in the dark, but they're making their loot, they're making their money behind the scenes. So glowing in the dark. And then he goes, I only do features to keep hitting my mark. Doing features to keep getting houses and all that shit. Or connected to the 4th part where he says, I show you motherfuckers you ain't good as you thought. If he hops on a track with you, he might think that he's the best. So keep hitting my mark, keep hitting my point to prove that I'm better than you.
Earlier in the track, I got a couple from Black Thought as well.
Trust me, the pit bulls is petty, already infamous, limitless, petty images, foul temperament. You start shit.
Trust me, the pit bulls is petty. Like, so my dogs, you know, you pet dogs, but my dogs is petty. Like, they'll get at you over nothing because they're petty.
We ended it, it's mad last wishes, gas mask kisses. misses. The thin line between savants and savages.
Mad last wishes, gas mask kisses. The visual he's painting is of a time that is like a lot of turmoil, and it also translates into the time that we're in right now, like, or what it could lead to, really. Thin line between savants and savages. Thin line between them. So savants are usually known as like these really classy people, someone that's good at their craft, and then savages, like, you know, someone that's wild and going crazy. There's a thin line between that, like you can get there real fast. Let me get my last one from this track, because this one's a bit controversial. I think Push might have been dissing Drake on this track. It could be a reach.
The only way to celebrate a death is with a birth that made back sick.
The only way to celebrate a death is with a birth. You know, he says he killed Drake and that shit, and the birth of, you know what I'm saying? But there's more though.
That Maybach sick can be converted to a hearse.
Maybach can be converted to a hearse. He got kicked off the Maybach Music 6 track with Ross because he was dissing Drake. That Maybach could be a hearse. And there's one more as well.
That Maybach sick can be converted to a hearse. I mean every word, why you think it's just a verse? I'm gone.
It's like, I mean every word, why you thinking it's just a verse? I mean it. Could be a reach, but just knowing Push and knowing how he gets, when something goes down, like it's forever type shit, you know what I'm saying? So little shots here and there, so it's like, yo, you kicked me off that one, I didn't get to fully officially get at you. Let me get you on this one. So
another bar that I had was from Quiet Trip.
I can feel when a man lies, trying to grow old and wise, and I'm still fly like airlines, stay sharp like samurais.
I can feel when a man lies, trying to grow old and wise. So the grow old part, he talks about it in the next line where he says, I'm still fly like airlines. When you talk about old niggas, some people talk about old niggas like, yo, stop trying to be cool, you know, fly. And then he goes to the trying to grow wise part by saying I stay sharp like samurai. So he kind of responds to his bars right there.
Another one of mine was from Magnificent.
The punishment, I'ma hit him with his draconian. It's in me, muscle memory is Pavlovian. Ain't nobody fucking with me, keep him in a friend zone. Keep him closer than my enemy, which I depend on.
The punishment that I give is draconian, so very severe punishment. Then he goes muscle memory, Pavlonian. It happens. I just do it without even thinking about it. Nobody fucking with me, keeping him in the friend zone, like, so no one's fucking. But then it said friend zone to keep him closer than my enemy. You know, keep your friends closer than your enemy and shit. Bro, he's just that whole scheme right there just stuck out to me, because how he started it and where he took it is just fire, and then the flow on it too.
So my next one is from Nature of the Beast.
All I wanted was to be more poppin' and to see more profit. Was the detour options? Hey, I feel like Philip Seymour Hoffman, less Denzel Washington when people are watching me. If the right amount of likes and follows can make me less hollow, I somehow be more complete.
All I wanted was to be more poppin' and to see more profit. Goes on to say, mention this guy named Philip Seymour Hoffman. Philip Seymour Hoffman is actually an actor and a director. During his acting days, he was more known for like supportive roles, so not really the main character, and a director, so he's behind the scenes. If you think about Denzel Washington, he's a director, actor, he's popping, he's more known. This part is deep to me when he goes, if the right amount of likes and followers can make me less hollow, I'd be somehow more complete. That's deep, bro. Like a hollow, something that's hollow is, it has a space in it.
It need to be filled up. Another one of mine though, we could be good.
No one can always be kissing under the mistletoe. Eventually you'll be sending each other missiles and wondering just where this will go.
So the track is about the relationship that he has with his woman. The lifestyle that he lives puts a strain on that, and things that develop out of that strain. No one could always be kissing under the mistletoe. Eventually you'll be sending each other missiles and wondering where this will go. So the play on missiles and mistletoe, sending missiles, so sending like jabs at each other, like we're saying stuff during an argument, not knowing where this will go, like, but also missiles, you know, if you're responsible sending off a missile, you know exactly where it's going, but if you send off a missile and not know where it's, like, irresponsible. You saying shit to one another, those are the missiles, you're not knowing where it's gonna take the argument or the relationship.
Even considering splitting, but neither one of you wanna make it official though.
Even considering splitting, but none of you wanna make it official though. Make it official, splitting, like contrast there.
That pressure building the kettle until the whistle blow. I know if ever I left you, I'd only miss you though.
The pressure build in the kettle until the whistle blow. You know, you blow the whistle on something, it's over, but the kettle whistles when there's pressure being built up. After that, he says, I know if I end up leaving you, I'm just gonna miss you though. So if I blow the whistle on it, I'm just gonna end up tough.
I have a bar from that track as well.
Go find a caption to explain the neutron and proton attraction. That
Yo, he's so sick,
Nice.
dog, bro.
Nice. When I tell you I had to do homework, fam. Go find the caption to explain the neutron and protons attraction. There's positive, there's neutral, and there's negative things in the next 3
Nah,
bars.
play that shit.
got my wife at home, jealous of my microphone, telling me she's really been missing the smell of my cologne. That I'm too grown to be living this life of rock and roll.
Let me explain. Got my wife at home, jealous of my microphone. Some people see jealousy as something negative. Some people see it as something healthy. So it could be neutral, could be negative.
Word.
But the microphone is positive because it brings the money into the house. So then the second part, telling me she's really been missing the smell of my cologne. She misses you. She's lonely. That's something negative. The third line, she's kind of attacking his character by saying he's too grown to be living the life of rock and roll. But living the life of rock and roll, that could be seen as negative because there's parties, there's drugs and all that. But living that life is also the same thing that's contributing to the house, the money, and all that. So there's 3 things. There's neutrals, there's pros, and there's negative.
That's some deep
fam.
deciphering, bro. I got some bars here from Stakem. Him and Schoolboy were doing their thing on this joint.
Rock Jewel's biggest oyster shells. To go from showman to shaman is not common.
To go from showman to shaman is not common. That's just a crazy bar to me to just put that out there. Not many people are saying shit like that. If you know what a shaman is someone that very religious, very held in high regard. A showman is usually seen as someone that's shallow. You know, you just do things for show, you're flashy, whatever. So to go from a showman to a shaman is not common. Just to play on words, showman, shaman, and the contrast in what each word means. And then we got it at 2:14.
I for a 9 gon' keep the tears rolling. I'm Beethoven to the bass rolling.
That whole section, Schoolboy is so nice, bro. So where he goes, eye for an eye, gonna keep the tears rolling. In the hood, the continuous cycle, they mention you do something to me, I do something to you, and this shit goes on for generations. So eye for an eye, keep the tears rolling. You know, gonna keep people crying, but you know, bloods and you put the
tats,
all that, bro. Just fire. And then you said you had one from here too. I think I got the same little section.
Stakes raised, well done, salute. This young local popped out the blue. Die young, I keep peace to shoot. We all knew these 16's the truth.
Schoolboy, nice, bro.
That whole ending, bro. That whole ending was pretty much what I chose. I don't know if you chose it. That was the same thing.
Yeah. Young Loke just popped out the blue.
Loke, blue. Die young, I keep peace to shoot. But peace could easily turn into a piece. Stakes raised. Well done.
Salute,
The next one is from Fuel.
Identify with the dead or the living, I don't know. Maybe my people set up to fall like a domino. America the beautiful, go ask Geronimo. What's the worst they could do to you? I bet my mama know.
Hard, especially after I did research and saw what happened to his mom. She went missing and no one really gave it the proper attention because she wasn't at it. And then they found her like a week later or something like that, and she was like stabbed up and she died. In the past, in other tracks, he's blamed the government for producing certain drugs, and so he's like, I bet my mom will know like how beautiful America is. And then he mentioned Geronimo as well. If you know a little history about the Native Americans and the role he played and what he had to endure himself. So he's like, he's being sarcastic, like
most of the things you explained, but I'm just gonna touch up on some of the things. Identify with the dead or the living. I didn't know that part about his moms, but that takes a whole different meaning. Next line, he goes, maybe my people set up to fall like a domino. America the beautiful, go ask Geronimo. But when people jump off cliffs into water, they yell Geronimo.
That's crazy.
So the piece, the fall, jump off and you fall down. The piece that with Geronimo, and then
domino after you set up the dominoes up to that's hard. I got some bars that start at like
2 minute mark.
Oh, my best years of life behind are still ahead of me. What would I leave behind if I was over everything?
Best years of life behind me or still ahead of me? So you know, behind, still ahead. What would I leave behind if I was over everything? Like if I'm over this shit, like what am I leaving behind? But when you think about when you're leaving Earth, you're going up. So what do I leave behind if I'm over everything?
What would I leave behind if I was over everything? The foundation for creation of a better me.
What would I leave behind if I was over everything? And he answers it. The foundation of providing a better me. I'm leaving behind a legacy for people, like for my people. I got this bar from Thought vs. Everybody. As long as we've been sitting here talking about bars, I could do one just talking about that track, because it's just one long verse. He goes crazy on it, but
Kaepernick is an activist, y'all in fear of the kneeler. Everything's obtuse, nothing is obscene.
he's describing the times that we're now in. He really emphasizes it when he says everything is obtuse, nothing is obscene. The shit that we see nowadays is not even obscene anymore. Like, obscene just means like crazy, wild. He mentioned someone getting killed on a live stream. Like, that shit's not even crazy no more. Like, if you think about years past, to see that would have been so,
like,
you know what I'm saying? It's not even obscene anymore. And then he mentions obtuse because now if you look at it like it's something crazy and you want to question it, now you're looked at as obtuse.
Another young life was lost on live stream. Another great fell from grace and high esteem.
Another great fell from grace and high esteem. Like, he was, you think about like Bill Cosby and shit, right? How he just like fell, like what Bill Cosby was, like how what he represented, and how he just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, he's like, these are the times we're in, and how he just lays everything out, like how he uses his words to piece shit together is just insane. But yeah, those are just some of my favorite bars from the project.
That was it for my bars as well. Still,
the next category is favorites and skips. Some of our favorite songs and some of the songs that we skip, bro.
So my favorites: State Prisoner.
I got that as well
Easily.
on my favorites.
Good Morning. Easily.
I got that on
me.
my favorites as well.
We Could Be Good.
Yep.
Easily. Stake 'em.
Yep.
Easily. Fuel.
Yep.
Easily. And that was it.
I got Thought versus Everybody. That's my one addition. So I added that to my favorites as well. So I got everything you got plus Thought versus Everybody.
I feel it.
That track is different. Dog. This shit's different, bro. Got any skips?
Skips, I have none still. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have zero.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it honest. I could have just not said nothing and be like, I have zero skips. On my piece of paper I have right here, I put possible skip, Nature of the Beast. I was listening to this project over and over and over to get ready for this, this video. And while I listened to it, I felt like, you know what? I don't really need to hear this. But then when you played it just now, and I heard it, I was just like, nah, I'm not skipping it. I'll just leave it like as just a regular song. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not skipping it. The next category is best verse. What you got as the best verse, bro?
This was hard for me.
It was. I have two.
I have two too. I'm not going from. My two was the second verse on We Could Be Good. That was my second option.
Yeah.
My first option is State Prisoner.
My first option is State Prisoner. Verse 2.
Yeah, he murdered it.
Bro, killed.
Floated on the beat.
Killed.
Rhyme schemes.
Trust the vibe, minister, fly sinister, Philly certified finisher, the prime minister, and God's image.
Rhyme scheme wild. Trust the vibe when it's the fly sinister. Philly certified. What?
Finished.
Finisher, the prime minister. Pay, but then he keeps it going.
God's image, the monument, the homages to the problems, acknowledging how to apply penance for the transgressions that I've accepted, and acquiescence on my own presence as I inspected my loaded weapons.
That part always gets me when he goes, as I inspect my loaded weapon. Like the picture he's painting, the sins that he's committed, he's trying to figure out how to make amends for that, how to like repent for that, for that. But then he goes on to say, as I look at this loaded weapon, so he's contemplating doing some shit. Bro, the way he paints this shit is, and then the rhyme scheme over everything.
But who knew we'd be receiving a new you? This Paul Zulu and Farrakhan, me Pharaoh Khufu.
He's about to go crazy. They do the shoot through you and
shoot to you.
Yeah, that whole, he's about to wild out.
I deliver the truth to you. Who got the nerve to act as if this isn't proof to you that I will mobilize a militia and troop to you. No telling what I got in the system to shoot through you. If it's too brutal, look the other way like I'm robbing you, but surrender all your valuables as if I'm robbing you as I slide.
Jeez.
If it's too brutal,
look the other way
like I'm bribing you,
but surrender all your valuables like I'm robbing you. Like, he's wild, bro.
I'm the honorable, Pensez-moi, my nom de garde. I'm the czar, the big king of Paris is my kind of car. I'm the R.
Yo, he's talking his shit in such a like sophisticated way, but also grimy as well, because he's using like French terms.
Yeah.
My nom de God is like a war name, but he said his like Black Thought. He said it in French as well.
Yeah.
So he's talking real sophisticated, but real grimy as well.
I'm the L, I'm the king, uncorrelated, unadulterated power, the king. Been
Coronated, nigga.
No masquerade.
I'm the king, been coronated. Like you ain't know type shit, like bro.
To the execution of speaking of retribution, I was in shots, but Lucifer even to catch the future. Airborne audio spores, it's like an allergen. So, in conclusion, I want to clear the confusion. Any rumors the artist you're currently hearing is human.
I'm not human. Like,
Weightlifter, I hate Hitler. I'm the great victor behind the bars. Stay prisoner.
Done.
different, dog.
Done.
Yeah, that's easily, but like that's easily my favorite verse.
Done.
That shit's up there for verse of the year to me. It's up there.
I don't blame you, bro.
It's up there for verse of the year.
I don't blame you. He floated on that beat. He destroyed. He killed the beat. To be honest, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, we in agreement for that one. My runner up is Thought verse Everybody. I just want to say, yo, that verse is absolutely insane.
Same.
I can't even emphasize to y'all how go listen to that verse right now. The next category is best moments. Some of our favorite moments.
Okay.
One of my favorite moments, I'm gonna just get it started real quick, was just the first song, just how the project started. In the reaction, I kept going on about like the energy it was giving me, just the feel. I was focusing on what was being said, but more important to me was just the overall vibe of how the project was being introduced. This is the first thing you hear going in,
21 pounds.
and when the guitar comes in as well.
So when Columbus got here, he said to the first people he saw, "Who are you?"
A vessel partial for sending that holy gospel through.
Columbus is every decision.
In the same breath with that, the last song as well, because the last song had the exact same feel, the exact same vibe. It's like they split one song in half and put them at the beginning and end. So yeah, just those two were two of my favorite moments on the project. I know for a fact you're gonna have one of my favorite moments.
One of my best moments was actually from Steak 'em, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
that little.
obviously.
I like the way he just did it in a comical way, and then but it was at the same time it's serious.
Out of nowhere to give you that serious build up, and then in classic Dave Chappelle form to just deliver the punchline so slick out of like you didn't even expect it, and it's just
My ancestors were kidnapped. I don't even know where the fuck I'm from. Once they got here, they beat the humanity out of my people. They made us do their work, and the irony is hundreds of years later, they called us lazy. We fought in the Civil War. We damn near freed ourselves. It took us 400 years to figure out as a people. And the white people's beating us the whole time. It was kneeling during their national anthem.
when Dave lasted his own shit, that shit just makes it even better. So another one of my favorite moments on this project was, it's in State Prisoner as well. It's just the lead up to that second verse, and then that sample. When I was 9, I knew what I was gonna do when I was 10. Like how that shit came in, and then the verse came in after, just fire.
I started running the streets when I was 9. When I started running around at 9, I knew what I was gonna do when I was 10.
Trust the vibe when it's
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just that build up for me was dope. That's one of my favorite moments on it.
My last favorite moment was from Thought versus Everybody.
sitting on everything. 5'9", 6'4" lyrically, crystal clarity. Wonder how I spit so thoroughly, stay so hungry. Rappers can't get no mercy. That's the reason any other one who spit won't curse me.
He has confidence. He's boasting like, yo, I'm the best. I'm top 5. That's why no one in this class won't come at me. They won't verse me because they know they'll get destroyed. So that confidence that he has in himself made that one of my best moments.
Next category is favorite feature. Favorite feature for me is Schoolboy. Schoolboy, to me, what he added to that track, how much of a contrast it was to Black Thought, but while also fitting on the track. The way he impacted the song, it made me sit up like, okay, I'm paying attention. That's the one I go back to the most to hear.
My favorite was Pusha T. Pusha T.
Bro, Schoolboy killed Push on that shit, bro.
Not for me still. It's just the feel. The picture that he's always painting with the drug dealer talk and the, flex a little bit. Talking about Maybachs and the $4 million homes that you might think is 4 but could be 8. The way he enters the beat as well.
Alright, yo, favorite song.
Favorite song?
I have 2 written here. I'm gonna choose one when it's my time to go.
I have 2 too.
I couldn't choose.
In the first reaction, I think I even mentioned that We Could Be Good was my favorite song. That's my second. That was my second
what's your
option.
first favorite one?
My first favorite one is Good Morning.
Word?
Yeah, they all killed it. Black Thought killed that verse. Then you had Pusha T come in and kill that verse. And then you had Killer Mike come in and kill the verse. and then the beat in itself was just amazing as well. So it's like,
I'm
how
mad
do
at
you-
that. I had a different perspective of the project. I said I'd be ready to say which one by the time this came. I'm still not ready to decide. It's between Fuel and Stake'em. If I was forced to choose, I'm probably gonna choose Fuel, but that's only if someone like forced me. None of y'all not forcing me.
What is your favorite song, fam?
Yo, it's so hard. I love both so equally. I'm probably gonna go with Fuel. Next category is changes. If we get the last say before the project drops, what are we changing?
At first, I wrote none because I couldn't.
Oh, I got two.
You got two?
I have two changes.
But then, just to be picky, I chose Pusha T, where he says the Celine hanging off the shoulders.
You have a problem with that?
No, I have no problem with that. I just wished he added his ad-lib right after.
This guy, you picky as shit.
I need to hear that, bro. No, nah, you gonna see it too.
I'm just cashing in on what they owe us. They say the coming winter is the coldest. Celine fur hanging off the shoulder. What's worse,
what?
the gifts or the curse?
What?
Yeah.
That shit would've been fire, bro.
Yeah.
That shit would've been fire. Why didn't you do it? That's your signature ad-lib, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it once in the track.
Yeah, and then the pause was there for it too. Like the space was there for it.
Yeah.
So, all right, so yeah, my change for this track is to take Swizz Beatz off.
Nah.
He brought to me, he added nothing that I wanted to the track. I don't know. I just feel like I would have liked the track better. That might be harsh. I don't know. But that's just how I feel. I know Swizz is a legend. I got mad respect for what Swizz has done. Like, don't even think it's anything like that. Like, I'm not some little kid that doesn't know about Swizz. You know what I'm saying? I know on this track specifically, I'm taking him off it, bro. The other change I'm making, bro, is on Nature of the Beast. I know he may not necessarily fit with this overall project, but I couldn't help it. There's just a sound of the song. I'm adding Kid Cudi to that track. Can we play that? The hums, the verse, whatever he wants, I'm gonna just send it to him, be like, yo, do your thing. So those two, I'm taking someone off and I'm putting someone on. The last category, bro, rating out of 10.
10 out of 10.
All right, word. So how I do these, that was easy for you. How I do these is I write something down, and then after this entire video, I give a revised, rating based on us basically going through it one more time. So what I had written down was a 9.5. After going through it this time around, I want to change that 9.5 to like a 9.7 because I had changes.
Yeah.
Out of these recap type videos, that's the highest score I've ever given on one of them. And I feel like it's well deserved. 9.7, bro. This is a candidate for album of the year for me, easily. One of the verses on this project is easily a candidate for verse of the year for me. This project is insane on so many levels. Production, depth, content, concepts, lyricism is just all around crazy. Black Thought is a genius, a lyrical genius.
10 out of 10 for me. First, I wanted to give it a 9.9 because of my pickiness. I gave it a 10 because, bro, I listened to the album maybe 5 times. He also made me think, bro. I didn't really think of him as a top lyrical rapper. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. But now this guy, hearing this, I'm putting him somewhere. I gotta figure out where I'm putting him, but he's top 10 somewhere for me.
I always had Black Thought as like one of the top tier lyrical rappers. What I'll say though is, when I would think my top 10 rappers ever, I wouldn't usually think Black Thought. If I were thinking like my top 20, maybe even top 25 rappers ever, I would think that's when Black Thought will pop into my head. I gotta really reconsider, bro, because I feel like that's borderline disrespectful at that point. But that's what this project helped emphasize for me, is that I gotta really put him up there. And not just because of this though, but like when you look at the body of work, like him being a part of Roots and everything that they've done as a bro, it's wild when you put his credentials up. It's crazy. Dope project. Y'all got our ratings. Again, the extended version of this video can be found on Patreon. That's patreon.com/VibeVilla. If you want to see the reaction that we did for this project, that can be found there as well. Check it out there. Plus a bunch of other bonus content that you can't find on YouTube. All can be found on Patreon. It's patreon.com/VibeVilla. Yo, we about to hit 100, bro.
Might hit 100 before we even post this.
Bro. All right, shout out to y'all, bro. Love, support, appreciate that. Like the video, hit that like button, all that. Y'all keep supporting.
We keep dropping.
That's how that go. Peace.